10 things you won't believe are contagious. When it comes to things that are contagious, everyone focuses on specific viruses, parasites, and even bacteria. Once a loved one contracts the coronavirus, lice, or ringworm, we would want to be staying away from them for a while. Regardless of the disease that we already know is contagious, there are still some that we still don't know about. Furthermore, they can be easily contracted from other people such that hand sanitizer and Clorox wipes have no effect on them. Who would believe that yawning and laughing can be easily transmitted among persons? Apart from the sneaky behaviors and bacteria that we know can be easily transmitted among individuals, several infections are being distributed among ourselves. In this video, we will reveal the top 10 things you might not be aware of that can be easily contracted from someone else. If you've enjoyed this Tiptop 10 video, be sure to share and hit the red subscribe button so you never miss the latest top 10 lists from the mundane, craziest, weirdest, yet normal things we've ever seen in our lives. Number 10, heart disease. Heart disease has been considered a non-contagious disease for many years, but it is actually caused by genes and lifestyle decisions. However, in the earlier part of the year, a group of individuals in CFAR's Human and Microbiome Program provided a contrary proof. It was discovered that IBS and type 2 diabetes, as well as other heart conditions, are actually contagious. The group started by establishing the fact that these diseases live together in a modified microbiome, which is a combination of fungi, bacteria, and parasites that exist in our bodies. Introducing these modified microbiomes into human models led to the development of diseases in their new host. Those unhealthy microbiomes that usually result in disease are what is distributed among individuals, just like how the stomach bug goes. Although research is still being carried out if a healthy microbiome can be distributed among individuals as well. Number 9, loneliness. Funny enough, loneliness is transmissible. Although it might appear like there's a common thing among lonely people and they would no longer be lonely, but it is quite different from this. A significant study carried out among 5,000 individuals and their social life revealed that a traceable amount of loneliness can be distributed among individuals. Individuals can begin to feel lonely before they completely become secluded. This implies that individuals begin to feel lonely when they are still with their loved ones, which, the method at which they share their feelings of being lonely with other people, they adopt living in solitude. This feeling of loneliness will begin to emanate in the next individual, and the cycle continues. We are very vulnerable to contracting the feeling of loneliness from our close pals than our family, and women are at a higher risk than men. Number 8, ulcers. Peptic ulcers are usually being known to be a result of consuming spicy foods and a stressful lifestyle. But the truth is that a bacterium known as Helicobacter pylori is responsible for stomach ulcers. The bacterium has infected over 50% of the world's population, but there are some individuals who don't experience any symptoms of the bacterium, while other people have peptic ulcers in their small intestine and stomach because of this bacterium. Now, this bacterium that is responsible for ulcers can be contracted through feces and saliva, which implies that you can have an ulcer if you don't wash your hands properly or if you swap another person's spit. Number 7, feeling cold. According to the research carried out in the University of Sussex, the proof showed that individuals are vulnerable to temperature contagion, which causes the temperature of an individual to drop by simply looking at another individual experiencing cold. Now, the respondents in the research were informed to watch a video where an individual was placing his hands in cold water. The temperature of the hands of the viewers not only significantly dropped, but the video also made them begin to feel cold. Now, surprisingly, temperature contagion is only connected with feeling cold. There was no similar experience when watching an individual put his hands into hot water. Number 6, happiness. We are already aware that associating with those that are happy can also make us become cheerful, while pessimistic individuals can even turn a lottery-winning day into a bad one. This shows that our feeling of happiness goes beyond just our close family and friends. You might have selected your home differently based on the perspective of those living very close to you, but they have a significant impact on your mood. If you have a sibling close by who is always very cheerful, your chances of being happy would increase by 14%. Your chances of being happy living with a cheerful neighbor next door increases by 34%, while your chances of being happy having a cheerful friend along the road is increased by 40%. Number 5, cancer. 3 kinds of animals are currently experiencing the communicable type of cancer. Facial tumors are being distributed by Tasmanian devils through bites. Venereal tumors are being transmitted through sexual intercourse by dogs, and infected cancer cells are being transmitted through seawater by soft-shelled clams. Now, this discovery has modified the knowledge about how cancer can be contagious for several years. Although there is still no evidence to show that cancer can be transmitted among humans, there are a couple of reports that reveal that some cases did allow this to happen. An organ donor died from undiagnosed breast cancer in 2018. 4 individuals got transplants from her organs, and each of them developed breast cancer. There was another case where the cancer was contracted by an HIV patient from the tapeworm in his intestines. These instances revealed that the immune system of patients who contracted cancer from another individual has been compromised. Experts believe that these are the only unusual conditions for contagious cancer to spread in humans, but cancer remains transmissible in animals. Number 4, bad attitude. Many individuals are already aware of how associating with another group of individuals who go against the rules can likely make us do the same, even if ordinarily we wouldn't have done so. However, several studies carried out in different experiments performed in the Netherlands showed that this connection exceeds beyond this present period. We are not only likely to go against the rule by associating with people who do, we would end up breaking the rules in other circumstances as well. If we are moving with individuals who love to litter the ground, there's every possibility we won't put our garbage in the trash. However, when we are on our own, being exposed to the attitude of going against social norms can make us become more likely to ignore, let's say, cleaning up after our dog, or even taking someone's snack out of the break room at work. Number 3, high blood pressure. High blood pressure is normally known to be a result of lifestyle decisions and unhealthy eating, but it has been discovered to have a connection with a communicable virus. A group of researchers discovered high blood pressure in mice that were infected with cytomegalovirus, or CMV for short, versus the mice that did not have the virus. Although mice infected with CMV and given food rich in cholesterol have the highest rates of blood pressure. The scientists also carried out experiments using human cell cultures, discovered after infecting them with the CMV that the human cells developed a protein that is known to cause high blood pressure. Now, CMV is popularly known to have an effect on about 60 to 90% of individuals throughout the world. The virus can be spread through bodily fluid and remains permanently in the body. Number 2, goals. We subconsciously and unintentionally assume the goals of those we associate with as a result of a phenomenon known as goal contagion. If an individual that we are conversing with at a dinner intends to relax and have fun, they won't have to inform us directly, as we would easily identify this from their body language, attitude, and quite frankly, the subject that they are even discussing. Once we consider this goal to be appropriate, there's every chance that we'll also adopt it and continue to catch fun. On the other hand, if we are discussing with an individual who just intends to leave early, making excuses, we might end up checking our time and looking to exit as well. Goal contagion has more strength with individuals that you are very close to than those you are distant from, and it might not probably happen if the goal appears inappropriate. Therefore, if the dinner party was not really fun-filled, there's every possibility you won't be forced to do the same. Number 1, cavities. Considering the list of things that are usually being suggested by dentists for the well-being of your teeth, such as brushing, flossing, reducing sugar intake, however, staying away from people having poor dental health does not usually make that list of recommendations. Cavities are usually a result of the reaction of bacteria and sugar, which produces an acid that will remain on the tooth and gradually erodes the enamel. Kissing an individual with bad oral hygiene can also cause a similar cavity problem even with constant flossing and brushing of the teeth. Now, kids are more vulnerable as they are yet to have strong immunity against bacteria. Grown-ups can infect their kids with the cavity-causing bacteria simply when they are kissed, cleaning others with their mouth, or even sharing utensils. If you've enjoyed this Tiptop 10 video, be sure to share and hit the red subscribe button so you never miss the latest top 10 lists from the mundane, craziest, weirdest, yet normal things we've ever seen in our lives.